Good morning, SHC. Happy Tuesday, and welcome back to another episode. I'm Mia Franceschi, and this is SHC Live. Now, for your announcements. We'd like to welcome our Irish Birthday guests visiting from local elementary and middle schools. Please make yourselves at home here at SHC. Today, you are one of us. There's some intramural news this morning. Coach Fran will be taking signups for our badminton double elimination tournament set to begin next week. There will be 4 doubles matches each day in the gym, not the pavilion, and 8 different teams will participate each day. Students can stop by the pavilion this week at lunch for a roster form. You can have as many as 4 players per team. On-campus PCR testing will resume this week. If you've already registered, you can just walk up and give the testing staff your name. Juniors and seniors will test after school today on the LaSalle campus, and freshmen and sophomores will test after school tomorrow on LaSalle. All testing will conclude by 4 p.m. Faculty and staff will test on DePaul today from 11 to 1. And now with a more detailed update on SHC's response to the Omicron surge, here's Ms. Buell.
Good morning, everybody. This is Miss Buell, and I'm here to give you a little bit of an update on how Sacred Heart Cathedral is doing in these COVID times. Luckily, Mr. Chan gave me a little bit of a cheat sheet so I can share a lot of the good information that we have. First of all, thank you for everything you are doing to keep us safe, because it's really working. Sacred Heart Cathedral is in a great place right now. We have enough tests to make sure that all of us, faculty, staff, and students, are getting tested twice a week, once at home and then once here at school. We hope those results from the tests here at school will continue to be coming more quickly and more quickly, but all of that is doing a lot to keep us safe and aware of all of the protocols that we need to have in place. We've had enough teachers and subs to cover all of our classes and hope to continue to do so in the future. In addition to that, since Christmas, our attendance has increased every single week. All of the data suggests that the Omicron surge has hit its peak and is in decline, and with our efforts, we hope to keep that rolling in that direction. For a little while longer, we are going to keep doing the surveillance testing. That means that you'll have an at-home test every Sunday evening before you arrive to school on Monday, and again, then we'll have those PCR tests in the middle of the week. We think these are really having an impact not only on simply detecting symptoms and cases of Omicron and COVID, but also to make all of us aware all the time of how careful we do need to be. The plan is to continue to use RUVNA as a symptom check until we feel comfortable without this extra layer of security. So SHC, keep up the good work. Stay home if you have symptoms. Make sure you take your tests both at home and at school. Wear a mask when you're indoors at school, and try and keep your mask off as little as possible, only when you're actively eating in the dining hall. When you have the choice, outdoors is always safer than indoors. And finally, if you haven't yet completed your full vaccination, please make sure to get vaccinated and boosted. And for SHC Live, this is Miss Buell. Back to you, Mia.
Thanks, Ms. Buell. Next, the Emerald's Kylie Hansen checks in with a few students to see how well they're doing with their New Year's resolutions.
I'm Kylie Hansen, a writer for the Emerald. As we are entering the last few days of January, the Emerald decided to ask SHC students what their New Year's resolutions are and their progress. Here's what they had to say.
My New Year's resolution this year is to keep my mask above my nose and not get any detentions for masking issues.
My New Year's resolution is to bike to school every day and be more consistent about biking places. So far it's not going great because I hurt my knee, but I'll be back.
This year, my New Year's resolution is to place at CCS.
My New Year's resolution is to read at least 25 books this year. So far I've read 2.
My New Year's resolution is to do my homework on time, and it's not going well.
So my New Year's resolution is to stay motivated with my schoolwork, and so far it's been going well.
I'd like to run 30 miles a week, and it's going pretty well. I think I'm doing right now like 25 miles a week.
My New Year's resolution is to go hiking more, and it's going well.
Make sure to keep up with the Emeralds and look out for upcoming articles on the Emeralds website. For the Emeralds and SHC Live, I'm Kylie Hansen.
Thanks, Kylie. And good luck to anyone and everyone whose New Year's resolutions are still in play. SHC Live would also like to congratulate the newspaper staff on their recent print issue. You can pick one up almost anywhere on campus to read about the Irish State football title run, a letter from the editor, favorite faculty recipes, and more. Time for this week's Fight and Irish Sports Report. Boys soccer battled hard in WCAL play this past week, taking close losses against St. Francis and Sarah. They'll take on Valley Christian this Wednesday and host Bellarmine at Beach Chalet this Saturday if you'd like to catch the action. Good luck, team. Girls soccer took a tough loss to St. Francis this past Saturday, but quickly bounced back on Monday to beat Presentation by a score of 1-0. Goalkeeper Ari Beddoes had a fantastic shutout performance in goal, and Ava McNamara Pittler sealed the win with a goal in the last 5 minutes. Congrats, Irish, and good luck against Valley Christian on Wednesday and Presentation on Saturday. Irish Wrestling had another WCAL victory last week, shutting out Valley Christian 63-0. Varsity traveled to the highly competitive Mid-Cal tournament in Gilroy, where senior Matt Fogarty competed for the first time after being out for weeks with a back injury and advanced to day 2 of the tournament. The JV and freshman teams traveled to the Mount Diablo tournament, and for the second tournament in a row, junior Kate Napolitana and freshman Naomi Van Zant took first and second place in their weight class. Wrestling will host Reardon on Wednesday in their last home dual meet and where they will be celebrating Senior Day. Congrats and good luck, wrestling. Boys basketball had a very busy week with 3 WCAL games. They beat Valley Christian on the road 74-65 behind a 39-point effort by Rajon Spears. They then played the Bruce Mahoney basketball game versus St. Ignatius at Kezar Pavilion this past Friday night. The team displayed a phenomenal and balanced defensive and offensive effort, but fell short with a final score of 69-65. After a loss to Bellarmine on Saturday, they look to rebound this week against SI on Wednesday and Sarah on Saturday. Good luck, Irish. Finally, this past Wednesday, history was made when the varsity girls competed in the first ever Bruce Mahoney girls basketball game at Kezar Pavilion. Although the outcome was not favorable, the girls fought hard and this young team continues to improve every day. For a special report on this landmark event, here's Athletic Director Miss Bima.
Hey Irish sports fans, this is Ms. Bima, and as you can see, I'm in the gym with a lot of history on that wall behind me. And you know who else made history this week? The Fightin' Irish girls basketball team. They played the first ever Bruce Mahoney girls basketball game against SI this past Wednesday, January 19th. And guess who scored the first Sacred Heart Cathedral basket in the first ever Bruce Mahoney girls basketball game? Your very own anchor from SHC Live, Mia Franceschi. We'd like to congratulate the girls basketball team on their valiant effort and congratulate Mia on scoring that first bucket. Go Irish.
Thanks, Coach. Girls basketball goes on the road twice this week. Tonight they travel to St. Francis, and Friday night they take on top-ranked Mitty. Good luck and go Irish. That's it for this episode. We leave you with some clips from both the girls and boys Bruce Mahoney basketball games last week. I'm Mia Franceschi, and I'll see you next week. Live Jesus in our hearts forever.
Number 21.